Hi students, how are you? All of you learned Boyle's law. Today we are going to discuss about Charles' law and some of the important properties of gases also. Because for calculation and all, we have to understand what are the important properties of the gas law too. Okay, so we can learn a few things about gases. Okay, so kinetic energy, for example. Let us see the kinetic energy states of matter and temperature relationship. Okay. Actually, gases have a higher kinetic energy because their particle move at a lot more than in a solid or a liquid state. Okay. So we have three states like gas, liquid, and solid state. So here we are discussing about gas. So if you are comparing the kinetic energy for all this, the kinetic energy is more for gases because the particles are in a random motion. As the temperature increases, these gas particle move faster and thus the kinetic energy increases. So the kinetic energy and temperature is directly related, right? So as the temperature increases, the speed of the particle also will increases and so the kinetic energy will increases and they are in random motion and that is given in the picture. Okay. And what are the characteristics of gases? The gases expand to fill any container. If you take any container, if the gas was at first at a 10 ml container, suppose, and after that you are just passing this gas into a 100 ml container, even then it will fill there. Okay, so it will fill any container. It is always in random motion and there will not be any attraction between the particle. And gases are fluids, means it can flow. Okay, it is just like a liquids and there are no attraction between the gas particles. Gases have very low density because they are far apart. The particles are far apart, so their density will be less. Okay. Now, look at the solid, liquid, and gases. If you take the unit volume, the number of particles will be very less in the case of gases. So that is the reason why it is having a less density. So gases can be compressed. Compressed means if you apply pressure, it will reduce its volume. Gases undergo diffusion and effusion. Means if you just keep the container of a perfume bottle somewhere, what will happen? The particle will spread all over. From we know that inside the perfume, it is having a higher concentration. So the particle will move from higher concentration to lower concentration, and that is called a spreading out of particle is called a diffusion. So gases will diffuse more. Particle in an ideal gas, this is important. If the gas is an ideal gas, there have no volume and have elastic collision, means particle exchange energy with each other, but total kinetic energy will be conserved. And this particle are in constant random straight line motion and they will not attract each other too much. They will not repel each other too much. Okay. And average kinetic energy is directly proportional to the temperature. But as far as we are discussing about real gases, that is an ideal gas situation is actually imaginary. So if you take any gas that is real gases, and there we find that the particle have their own volume and they attract each other. So in ideal gas, what we have learned that they don't have attraction and they will not have a volume also. But really what is happening, they have their own volume and they will attract each other. So actually, when they are showing an ideal gas behavior, the ideal gas behavior, they are showing at low pressures and a higher temperature. Low pressure and higher temperature. Low pressure means the gases will be far apart, maximum apart, and higher temperature means if you increase the temperature, also the particle will move apart. Okay, so now, what is STP? Net is STP. Molecule of a gas are moving fast and are very far apart, making their intermolecular forces and volume insignificant. So, assumption of an ideal gas are valid under normal temperature and pressure condition. At higher pressure, gas molecules are pushed close to each other. That means the ideal behavior is not there at higher pressure. What will happen? Because the gas particles are going to compress. So their volume are considered, right? And they have a fixed volume there, and there will be attraction also. The particle will be moving together, will come very close together. Okay. So now we have to understand few things more. What do you mean by pressure? Pressure means force by area. So atmospheric pressure means the gas molecule in the atmosphere are pulled towards Earth due to gravity, external pressure. So what is barometer? It is an instrument to use just to measure the pressure. And the standard atmospheric pressure, 1.325 kilopascal, standard atmospheric pressure. What are the values? The pressure will be 101.325 kilopascal. These are the different pressure, standard atmospheric pressures. Okay, so one is kilopascal and one is in atmosphere, that is 1 atmosphere, and 760 millimeter of hydrogyre means mercury, how much distance it traveled, and 762. So these are the different way. And STP, standard temperature and pressure, the temperature will be 0 degrees Celsius. So 1 atmospheric pressure. If you are using 273 Kelvin, the pressure we are using is kilopascal, that is 101.325 kilopascal. Okay. Yes, now we can discuss about Charles' law. Okay, so before discussing about the Charles' law, we have to understand its application. So what is the application of Charles' law? You know, actually, if you are keeping a balloon outside, okay, in a very hot condition, if you are a hot sunny day, suppose if you are keeping a balloon outside, what will happen? It will burst easily, okay. And you know that your car, if you have a car, and if you are checking the air inside the tire, okay, inside the tire in a very cold condition, what will happen? We can see that it is not full, like that we will, the volume of the gas inside is less, we can feel, okay. So after some time, if the car is running, what will happen? Because of the friction force, the gas will get temperature, and after some time we can feel that the gas is very tight inside the tire, okay. So what is the reason behind that? There is a reason behind that for both of this. The main reason is if you increase the temperature, so these both if you increase this case I am discussing, why the balloon bursts when you are keeping it outside in a hot sunny day. So if the temperature increases, what will happen? The volume of the gas also will increase. Temperature is directly proportional to volume at constant pressure and constant number of moles. Okay, so when you increase the temperature, or if you are putting in a hot condition, the volume of the gas inside will increase. So what will happen? The balloon will break. Here also, in a cold condition, what will happen? Temperature is directly proportional to volume. Temperature is very less, the volume will also be less. Okay, so we will feel that it is not tight, the gas is not tight inside the tire. So what we will do is, while moving, what will happen? Temperature increases because of the friction, and so it will expand more, and we will feel that the tire is very tight. Okay, so this is applications of Charles' law. And you can see in another condition. Okay, now let us discuss about the Charles' law. What is Charles' law? Let's discuss about Charles. So Charles discovered this particular law. So according to him, we already learned that pressure is directly proportional to volume at constant, temperature is directly proportional to volume at constant pressure and number of moles. Or we can write it like T is equal to K, a proportionality constant into V. Or we can write V by T is equal to a constant. Okay. So we can write it in another way. V1 T1 is equal to V2 T2. So this is used for calculations. Okay. So this is Charles' law. According to Charles' law, temperature is directly related to volume of the gas concerned. Okay. So now let us draw a graph. If you are drawing a graph of volume against temperature, what we will get? We know that they are directly proportional. Okay, 100, 200, 300, 400, like that. So since it is directly related, what will happen? Their temperature also will be if you increase the volume, their temperature will also increase, and you will get a straight line like this. This is straight line. Okay, while I am drawing it is not coming like this. So we will get a straight line for different pressure, that is P1, P2, P3. At different pressure, we will get a straight line like this. Okay, so this curve graph we are getting at a constant pressure is called isobars. Okay, so if you extend this isobars to this opposite side, you can see that all these lines are meeting at a particular point. Okay, this is that particular point. And if you check how much is that, we can see that this is actually 273.15. This is minus. So it is minus 273.5. This particular temperature is minus 273. And this is called absolute zero temperature. And in this particular temperature, we are believing that the volume is zero. So this is an arbitrary, it is not, it is imaginary actually. It is not actual, and this not temperature is also not observed. And at this temperature, we are believing that the volume of the gas is zero, and that never ever happened. Okay. So this is an imaginary statement actually. So this temperature, this is called absolute zero temperature, and this is this introduce a new scale to measure the temperature, that is called Kelvin scale. Okay, at 0 degrees Celsius, this is degree Celsius scale, and the temperature of the gas become what will be the temperature? 0 degree plus 273. So that is equal to, you can tell that 273.15 Kelvin. Okay. 0 degrees Celsius. So how we will convert degree Celsius to Kelvin? 0 plus 273.15, just add. So we will understand how. Okay. So that's all. The live section we can discuss about the calculation. Okay, it's very difficult to discuss or send a video lesson for the calculation, so that we have to do in the class. Okay, thank you.